But I feel better about this team now than I did then. Of course, it is a time of the year where those, that's going to be stoked. Certainly that time of the year where that gets stoked. So anyway, we'll have Jags ruminations today and throughout the course of the next 6, 7, 8 weeks. They'll be back for training camp, and it's full go on seeing what kind of improvement we can get in year one right out of the gates. I think the expectations downtown are not dumbed down. I think the expectation down there is to go win the AFC South. We'll see. We'll see if they can do it. Where they are in that process of building it back for sure. We use a lot of terms in sports, and to the point of cliche. They lose their impact when you hear them over and over and over again. And there are stories every year of teams or individuals. You see it a lot in Olympic years. But, right, the key word here, what's the buzzword, gang? Perseverance, right? That's a big medal of honor to wear as an athlete or as a team, isn't it? Your perseverance, your ability to persevere. Well, man, sometimes it can be perseverance can be overstated, and sometimes it can be overrated. But you look at yesterday's U.S. Open champ, and if you're a mutter in any form or fashion, 6 o'clockers, J.J. Spaun's your dude.
He went and got that.
If you're up and going this morning, all right, you're J.J. Spaun. And that certainly is no disrespect. One of the best in the world at what he does. Well, let me just give you the real quick rundown of J.J. Spaun, who we saw so up close and personal here, taking Rory McIlroy into a playoff at the Players. And his game went totally south since then, by the way. As recently as the Memorial Jags tournament just a few weeks ago, dude is soul-searching for answers, wondering if he's going to be able to ever put it all together against the best in the world for 4 straight days. And, man, we'll get to the shots and what he did yesterday and how he won this thing. But first, let me just give you J.J. Spaun's resume. Let's take you back to 2013 when J.J. Spaun decided to be a golf pro. He made $11,000 on the Canadian Tour. In 2014, he made one cut and made less than $1,000 in Canada. He made $825 playing pro golf in 2014. 2015, he won the Canada Order of Merit. Grinded, didn't he? Didn't give up. Won the Canadian Order of Merit. Then in 2016, he finished third on the Corn Ferry, got his PGA Tour card. 2017, he was 97th in the FedEx Cup points, obviously still without a win. By 2018, he was up to 67th in the points. 2019, back down to 99th in points. J.J. Spaun is a name you don't even recognize. 2020, 185th in points, lost his PGA Tour card, had to go to the Corn Ferry Tour Finals, where he finished second to get his tour card back. So in 2021, he was 174th in points, but because of some COVID parameters that have been put in place, he kept his card because of COVID in 2020. And then from 21 to 22, he came back in 22, got his first career PGA Tour win. He finished 34th in points, but it didn't exactly springboard him. 62nd in points in 23, 98th in points last year, 98th in the, didn't even make it to the FedEx Cup playoffs a year ago. 98th in points. And now this season takes Rory to the playoff, where he came oh so close to win and just couldn't get a putt to fall. Obviously, he got blistered pretty good. He said he took a lot of what he learned from that high stress, high talent showcase that the Players is, and he leaned on that. And much like at the Players, there was a weather delay that Spaun came out of and caught fire. He really reset. He did the exact same thing at the U.S. Open. He was 5 over par before the rain delay came, and then he went like 3 under par coming in. Birdied 17 and 18. I mean, just out of nowhere. And that tournament, it's fun. I'm here for it. I don't know if you want to see it every week, but the term no lead is safe. The NBA has rights on that in the fourth quarter where their postseason is gone. But the term that no lead is safe, it's made for the U.S. Open. I mean, Sam Burns was cruising along with a 2-shot lead all day. Dude was going to win. Dude was going to win the U.S. Open. He has the best putter in the field all week until he wasn't. And then, man, you hit a couple of wayward. You get him in the rough. And then the ultimate cruel irony, by the time they got to like 16 or 17, I think it's 16 maybe. I mean, Burns off a drive from the fairway, made double. You get around those greens, you get in the wrong rough, the wrong lie, and it just took them down one after the other. One swipe through that gnarly stuff to the next. And here was Spaun. He drove the 17th green, a par 4. 2-putt birdie, gave him a 1-shot lead, and then went to 18. Just had to make sure. Listen, a 3-putt from where J.J. Spaun was much more likely than a 1-putt. He didn't need the 1-putt. He just needed a 2-putt. He's just trying to snuggle it down close so you don't have a knee knocker to win a U.S. Open. And he saved himself the emotions of that stress and everything flooding over him. Instead, he got a nice leisurely walk off a slope for a perfect view of his ball trickling in from like 60. I think I saw it was the longest putt hold all week at the U.S. Open.
Man, that putt was so nasty.
God, that was a thing of beauty, wasn't it?
You know what it would remind me of, and which I didn't get to see, but you could probably respect? Tiger.
Oh, yeah, the one on 17.
Man.
Yeah, it was Tiger. Oh, by the way, speaking of Tiger, and the guy who currently, when he gets hot, reminds us most of him. Let me tell you what Tiger doesn't do. Tiger doesn't miss 1 2-foot putts in majors, boys, ever, for any reason. I don't know if he ever missed one. I don't have the Chat GPT AI in front of me. I want to know the shortest putt Tiger Woods ever missed in a major title. I bet you Tiger Woods didn't miss 2 2-foot putts in majors in his career. Scheffler missed 2 1.5 putts, man. Unacceptable, boss. Come on. He missed 5 under 5 feet, which is just pretty much a gimme for PGA Tour players. Now, look, these greens and these roughs and those holes, man. If you're a golfer, perhaps you've gotten the gift sent to you where the dude is putting. You get the low camera angle. The ball is going. It's going right in the hole, and then the middle finger pops up out of the hole and it knocks the ball out. That's like putting at Oakmont. But Scheffler's putting, it went so awry. Oh. Couldn't make anything and then missed some shorties. 2 inside of 2 feet, man. 5 inside of 5. So that birdie at 18, he did Scotty Scheffler a little bit of a favor because, J.J. Spaun pushed that winning number to 1 under par and distanced himself. So now you got to make every single one of those putts, and that's unlikely. So it took a little bit of the would have mattered off of Scotty Scheffler's putter, man. By the way, I'm seeing this. I'm going to get to some of these on the text line when we come back on the other side. I'm getting back, over my skis here, and or getting my skis under me. Probably a better way to say it. We had 2 major deals in sports yesterday, huh?
Yeah, big boys.
Yeah, and for 2 different reasons. One's good company, man, by all accounts, and the other literally feels Jalen-esque. What happened with a baseball trade yesterday?
You say it felt they compared it to like Luka-esque.
Yeah, I don't know because Luka didn't pout his way out of town.
Okay.
So I'm putting more from that attitude standpoint. I think the Red Sox looked at Rafael Devers. Spoiler alert, we'll get into that on the other side. I think they looked at him and said, we're tied 10 years into a guy who's not willing to move off a position for a couple of months.
Uh-huh.
This is the leadership we want? Devers homered yesterday. By the way, he had that super slow start when all that controversy was going on. He's hitting like 280 with 15 homers. But he ain't Luka good. Like Luka's top 3 in the league at his best.
Yes.
Devers is never that, but he's a really, really good player, an all-star player for sure. And a shocking trade in baseball yesterday. Even more shocking because it involves 2 contenders. And maybe the trades will start flying a little bit earlier this year. It's a couple now we've had in baseball here in the last a week or so. So I'll get to some of these text line golf questions and analyses that you've got there. Got to get to some of those deals. There's some Jaguar sidebars that I think are worth continuing to talk about a little bit, and much more as we get you up and going here. Happy to be back in the seat, but missing that coastside sunrise, ET. Not gonna lie. Remember I had coast envy before I left?
Uh-huh.
I had coast envy. Maybe the day I left, I had coast envy. Knocked that out pretty quick. You're listening to The Drill. It's the Monday morning quarterback, and we are live inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
We got a great show for you today.
Join the 1010XL Podcast Network.
A big show.
Now you can find all your favorite 1010XL podcasts in your platform of choice.
A king-size show.
Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece. Premium flooring. Take our advice. Home business. Affordable price. Driveways, pool decks, garage doors. Beautiful patios and more to explore. Checkmate Coatings. Your floor's missing piece.
Jimerson Burr is a full-service, Florida-based commercial law firm that has experience and capabilities to handle any legal issue a business is confronted with. Learn more about what they can do for you at jimersonfirm.com.
Hacker here. Y'all know I needed to do something about my weight. When I saw Matt and Mike eating to lose weight, I figured that could probably work for me. And it did. Just look at me now. If you need a weight loss plan that works, visit Awaken180weightloss.com.
If you're tired of weekend projects turning into weekend disasters, you're not alone. Building a fence isn't as easy as it looks. And let's face it, your neighbor still hasn't fixed his lopsided masterpiece. But Superior Fence and Rail makes it easy. Highly trained professionals, top quality materials, and a fence you'll love for years to come. Skip the stress and call the pros today.
When you're on the fence, about a fence, SuperiorFenceandRail.com.
Northside, live local radio for Jacksonville. 1010XL, 92.5 FM.
The housing market is as busy as ever on the First Coast. And if you've moved in or moved on, make sure you have a team of trained electricians ready to help. American Electrical can make sure you're up to date electrically and maximize your living experience. Smart home automation services, home theater systems, outdoor and dock lighting, and backup generators. American Electrical can do it all. A team you can trust with highly trained technicians ensuring you have the best living experience. American-Electrical.com, a leader on the First Coast and powered by professionalism.
Prosser here for Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. With the weather now hot as can be, look ahead and get that backyard ready for fall with a new open air or screened-in enclosure. Maximize the space you have and make it great with Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. They truly are the best in the business. So if you have the space and the idea, give them a call today. Lifetime Enclosures and Lifetime Flooring. Showroom just off Phillips Highway. Tell them Prosser sent you.
Calling all fun-loving citizens of Northeast Florida. Freedom Boat Club needs your help. Lisa the botanista has gone missing. She left a note that said gone boating. But here's the thing. Freedom Boat Club has 4 local locations. Julington Creek, Jack's Beach, and 2 in St. Augustine. And over 400 locations across the world. That's a lot of water to cover. Is she water skiing on the Ozarks, whale watching in the Pacific, or island hopping in Spain? Or hiding right here at the Black Creek Rope Swing? Or docking at the Conch House? Wait, has anyone checked Fort George Island? Too much to do on the water. So Freedom Boat Club is offering our best discount of all time, so you can help search. You simply make your reservation, show up, and have fun. I gotta go. I'm hopping on a boat to the fish camp for live music and lunch. Maybe I'll find the botanista there. Or better yet, maybe you'll join us with the best discount ever and enjoy boating made simple. Don't blame us when you start playing hooky too. Visit freedomboatclub.com.
I'm Drew Scrimshire, president and publisher of the Jacksonville Business Journal. In business, timing is everything. That's why every morning at 8:15, our morning edition delivers the most important business news straight to the inboxes of Jacksonville's decision makers, executives, entrepreneurs, investors, and industry leaders. Want to know what the First Coast power players are reading before they start their day? Join them. Subscribe today to the Jacksonville Business Journal Morning Edition at bizjournals.com/Jacksonville.
1010 1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
All right, we're back here on the drill. Still kind of in the reverberations of J.J. Spaun. Not a sexy name. Not a lot of sexy. It'd be interesting to see how the ratings play out. There wasn't a whole lot of sizzle there at the top of that leaderboard as far as the names go. Look, Sam Burns got royally screwed. He had a drive coming out of the rain delay, and it kind of fed down to the fairway at the bottom where that water was worse there than others were having to deal with, and they didn't let him. Take the drop relief. They should have. That was wrong. It's hard. I know they got their hands tied. They've already got this. Look, you played golf in the morning because people wonder why. Well, when it rains like that, why don't they go to lift, clean, and place? Well, you can't because half the field or more has already played without touching their golf ball all day. That's rub of the green. Them's the breaks. But you can't have half the field play the course a one way and then the rest of the field, because conditions change, played a different way. So that's why, even though it was sopping wet in a lot of places, they were going to have to play the ball down unless you were at a point that it was deemed, casual water. And the typical generic definition of that, if you're playing golf, is that if you settle in your shoes, ET, right? You're getting ready to take your stance. If that water comes up out of the ground there over that crest of the bottom of your shoe there, you're deemed to be in standing water and you get a drop. And, Burns more than contends that he should have gotten one. They didn't rule that that he would get one, and he kind of had a squirrely shot off of it. He got in his head. He got ticked off, and, man, he just imploded from there. So good for Spaun and his perseverance, though. It was those kinds of tough conditions. It was rainy, wet, slick, and everyone else falling apart, and this dude's going under par down the stretch. And has likely won the only major of his career, but a feel-good moment, a feel-good tournament for sure for J.J. Spaun. What's this? I understand that you got there's been a wheel bet put in play while I was gone.
Yo,
So I had that. What's going on?
Boy, Danny Downer was being Danny Downer.
Oh, was he neg on our Jag still?
Bruh, and it came out of the blue.
Well, yeah, why? What happened?
Man, I don't even know what happened, but he said something about the Jags not being able, or the Jag, like a potential for the Jags to go start the season 0-4.
Like if they start 0-4 kind of comment?
No, it was it was more so yeah. They might start 0-4. He what are you talking about? The Jags aren't going 0-4.
Yeah.
And he just started talking crazy and basically.
Ladies and gentlemen, Guggen Nation, repeat after me, please.
We're not going 0-4.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Guggen Nation, please say that.
Ladies and gentlemen, Guggen Nation.
I, Emmanuel Thalloran. Am here to declare. To avoid any type of horrific start by the Jaguars. I will spin. The wheel. The hated wheel. The wheel that takes a piece of my soul every time I spin it. If in fact. The Jaguars do start 0-4.
The Jacksonville Jaguars start 0-4. Bro, he's tripping.
Okay, this is what I'll say. I've been to weddings where the vows weren't that long.
It was longer, too. I had to shorten it up.
I was going to say that. I mean, all due respect. Yeah, so, and then what? But you get 4-0?
Yeah, I turn around, I'm like, all right, well, what if they go 4-0? There has to be some type of consequence for you. And
couldn't bargain him down to 3-1. Couldn't get him down to 3-1.
I wish you were here, man.
I got him down to 35 sacks, my brother. Save my butt.
I wish you were here, man. And then the Googans try to throw you in there.
I know. You leave me out of this. I'm off.
Your toes are up on the beach somewhere.
Yeah, that's right. I'm 10 toes. Y'all keep me out your mess.
They say if the Jets go 2-2, then you got to spin the wheel.
I'll take 2-2 right now, running, but I ain't spinning nothing. Y'all have fun with that one. I'm out. I'll tell you what, I wasn't on the app listening. Good time though, but I am glad to get back. I needed to get away. We all do, and it's summertime, and I'm sure everyone along the way will get them. Did you have a good Father's Day, E?
Yeah, it was real, man. It was real chill. I went and got Gritty.
Okay,
Gritty's here. We hung out, threw the football around.
Perfect.
Played some PlayStation.
Awesome.
And we caught up.
That's a great day. I'm on the Father's Day for me, and as a blessing. Means like half day I'm the son part of Father's Day, and half the day I'm the father part of Father's Day.
Half and half.
Yeah, so the early that's right. That's funny. I have one of those in the car. So I went down to Holmes, saw Holmes earlier in the day, and Mr. P baked him a cobbler, and we watched some golf and hung out there for a bit, and then went back for the late afternoon, early evening, and had all the kids in my house, and so there we go. It was a good Father's Day. Enjoyed it a bunch. The forgotten holiday, E. I may have gotten this question like on Friday or Saturday. I can't remember which one. It was more of a rhetorical question. I know Mrs. P knows better, but I may have gotten this question. Is Father's Day tomorrow? And I told her, honey, you know 3 words that have never been spoken in the middle of May on a Saturday? 3 words never been spoken in the middle of May on a Saturday. Is Mother's Day tomorrow?
Never.
Never, not one time. But they made it more than special. So I was looking at this, as I'm apt to do. Did you see, though, Pro Football Focus did the highest graded receivers by the route type that they ran last year?
Oh, no, I didn't see that.
Well, kind of stay on top of this stuff. There's some surprises on here. I mean, the first thing you look for is Brian Thomas Jr. had a heck of a year. I would suspect, before I open the column, and spoiler alert, I would have suspected opening the column that I'm going to find Brian Thomas Jr. showing up very high in at least one of these routes that they're defining. He had a heck of a year. I don't know if it would be in the yards after catch. Maybe it would be in his separation ability. The guy was phenomenal as a rookie. It shouldn't be understated. I feel in many ways it may be a blessing. Travis Hunter's getting all this attention and all of this acclaim, and it's come a well-earned. But by all accounts, downtown, Brian Thomas Jr. is continuing to ramp up, continuing to get better. I mean, he had a great year 4 last year, right?
Dude.
God gives you that year 4, you're re-signing him. So, Brian Thomas Jr. and what he showed last year with, half of the year Mac Jones at quarterback. And this is no personal opinion on Mac, but I saw something the other day on the last year's downfield accuracy by quarterbacks that made at least 5 starts. And I think it was 31st. Didn't feel quite that erratic at the time, at least not all the time. Mac had his moments, but anyway, I digress. All right, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
All right, these are the highest graded receivers by route type from last year. There's a number of routes. We'll start with this one, the wide receiver screen. Minimum 10 targets. Best in the league, Puka Nacua. Number 2, Zay Flowers.
I can see that.
Number 3, Chris Godwin.
Okay,
Godwin. That speaks well. Who does he play for?
The Bucks.
Yeah, who was the Bucks offensive coordinator?
Liam Cohen.
Yeah, so whether this is Travis Hunter or whoever, that's good that there's a Bucks receiver there. They only go top 3. Brian Thomas does not crack that list. I did, however, take you down to the post routes. Okay?
I like this.
Post routes. Post pattern. Y'all know what a post pattern is? Now you run out about, 10, 15 yards, and then you take a 45-degree angle, maybe sometimes a little, maybe it's 60, 45 to 60, and you sprint toward that post, baby.
That middle of the goal
It's post time. We're going to the post. The best receiving grade last year among all NFL receivers running the post route is a whopping number. It's a 97.9 grade. 97.9, it means basically it's unstoppable, doesn't it?
Correct.
Right, so that's Chase or Hill, or maybe it's Brian Thomas Jr., 97.9, the highest graded receiver in the NFL last year running that post pattern. It would behoove Trevor Lawrence to fine-tune that deep touch, because those are the balls that leave your fans pulling their hair out at the end of the day. That play where your receiver is 2 yards clear at the 5, and yeah, it's a 50-yard throw, but you put it on him. Buddy, a 97.9 grade running post patterns? Huh?
Sign me up.
97.9? Top in the league? Better than Justin Jefferson? Better than Jamar Chase? Better than Tyreek Hill? Name one. Better than them all? Whew. Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason that I don't even say they're quietly optimistic down there. And I'm going to let you hear from Liam Cohen when he comes back on the other side. One thing that stood out from his wrap-up synopsis of where they are. We'll do that in a football fix. Get you caught up on much more. But before we do, 2 major deals yesterday in sports, I think for different reasons. Rafael Devers was traded from the Red Sox. This is an all-star player who right now is one of the best sluggers in the league. He's, I think, year 2 or 3 of a 10-year deal. He was the future, the foundation of Boston. He's been a hot shot since he was a prospect, and he's lived up to all the billing. And then the Red Sox went and got Alex Bregman this offseason, and for their team, it made much more sense for Bregman to play third base than for Devers to be a DH. Devers didn't like that. Just like Jalen Ramsey didn't like Doug Marrone refusing to challenge a ridiculous first quarter pass interference or a reception call, just like it, early, inconsequential, not enough to make a big thing of. Devers did, and he pouted. And I'm only going to play third, and he started like 18 strikeouts in his first 28 at bats, and he was. And then they wanted him to play first, and he didn't want to play first. And I think the Red Sox said, you know what, man? We're not going to tie ourselves for 10 years to this kind of leadership from one of our best ball players. Red Sox have shown they're not afraid to make a move. It doesn't always work. They traded Mookie Betts away, and he's a model citizen. And I just don't think they were comfortable riding Devers and what he may just pop up with. And so with that, they traded him to the Giants. There was one name. Remember that dude Tibbs for FSU a year ago? Hit all those massive home runs. Big dude. First-round pick last year by the Giants. The Red Sox got him in return with 3 or 4 other guys. But, I mean, you just look at it on its face. It seems like an A move for the Giants and a C+ we'll see for the Red Sox. They do shed a lot of salary, though, that can let them pick and choose their next high-price leader, maybe a little bit better. And in the NBA, it's not going to send shockwaves to your average sports fan out there. It doesn't involve big market teams or really big names, but Desmond Bane is a really good player. I mean, Desmond Bane was like the second best three-point shooter, like catch and shoot three-pointer. He shot like 43%. The Magic last year were dead last in three-point shooting, and they were 31st in catch and shoot, or 29th or whatever second to the last was. So it fills a major need for Orlando. I give Orlando credit, man. The East is right there for the taking. We're looking at it, right? I'll remind everyone, Jason Tatum tore his Achilles. So if you're the Magic and you feel like you're anywhere near close, make one move to shore up some weaknesses. Orlando traded, what did they trade? They traded Jalen Suggs, Cole Anthony, and one other. It seemed more inconsequential.
Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, Caldwell Pope, man. His better days are long gone. He's a big, ancient veteran. I thought it was a good move for Orlando. They got a prime player in the prime of his career, and Desmond Bane's not a sexy name, but dude's averaged last year he averaged 19.6, and in his career, 5 years, he's averaged like 17 points, 6 rebounds, 5 assists. He's a really good player. Really good. And so what it means for Memphis, I could care less. But down the road in Orlando and an East that seems very gettable these days, I think it's a good move for Orlando to take their shot. All right, come back on the other side with a little Liam Cohen, a football fix, updates on the Sharks weekend and more. We got the Monday morning running back today, E.T.
That's correct.
We'll talk to Fred Taylor, Jason Gibson of the Sharks, who played this weekend as well. So up and at 'em with you. We're live inside the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
This is Brent Musburger's Visa in Action update on 1010XL. Brought to you by Duck Duck Rooter Plumbing, Septic, and Air Conditioning. When you're stuck, call the Duck. Proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Braves had the day off. They open up a series of the Mets tomorrow at Truist Park. Rays another 26 favorite at Steinbrenner Field against the Orioles today. 9 under the total In Tampa, Zach Eflin for the Orioles, Ryan Pepio for the Rays. College World Series, Arkansas elimination game today against Murray State. Razorbacks a $5 favorite. Racers plus 340, 10.5 over the total. Winners bracket matchup, LSU a $2.80 favorite over UCLA, 9.5 under the total. Game 5 of the NBA Finals today. Indiana, 9.5-point road dogs at Oklahoma City, 224.5 the total. $250 bonus and you open up a GBank Visa signature card. VSiN.com/GBank. For more sports betting news and information, go to VSIN.com. Mike Sennett, Real Talk 93.3.
With the first pick in the 2025 draft, the Jacksonville Jaguars select Duck Duck Rooter, the #1 plumbing, septic, and air conditioning contractor in Florida.
Congratulations, Duck Duck Rooter. So tell us, how does it feel to be picked #1?
Duck Duck Rooter is a proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. When you need help with any plumbing, septic, or AC issue, just give us a call and relax. We'll send one of our first-round draft picks to tackle your problems today. DuckDuckRooter.com. That's DuckDuckRooter.com.
Get this thing unwrapped here. Duval!
Praz, what in the world are you doing working on your Duval?
That's right, Dan. I really identify with Duval.
You live in St. John's County, knucklehead.
I mean the Duval sub, the Daily Stash Duval. Turkey, ham, melted cheddar, and habanero jack cheeses. Lettuce, tomato, crispy and fresh, you know, like me. I'm sure there's a Daily Stash sub that sums you up.
The boss.
Because, of course.
Oven roasted beef, Munster cheese, roasted mushrooms, caramelized onions. It's the boss of all subs. Only available for me.
That's just not true.
What do you mean? I walked in the other day, screamed, "You know it," and said, "A boss for a boss."
Well, no matter who you are, there is a Daily Stash sandwich or sub for you.
Go find yours. They may even make you a boss.
I'm sure they will, because it is Daily Stash.
Where more is better.
And you got that right.
Guys, your lawn's the home field. Now you can champion your St. Augustine grass. TopDressing.com just hit Jacksonville with a game-changing patented process. Aerate and transform your turf into a fairway-worthy masterpiece. Less water, shorter cuts, and the envy of every neighbor. No one else delivers a perfect 10 lawn like this. Visit TopDressing.com and dominate your block with the same process that golf courses use. Top dress your lawn like the pros with TopDressing.com.
Lauren Brooks here for Terminix. As temperatures warm up around us, ants come out in droves. And when they move into your home or business, it's unnerving. Terminix knows that ants add up fast. But Terminix subtracts them faster because living with ants isn't any fun. When ants show up, so does Terminix. Don't live with an ant problem, Terminix it. Visit Terminix.com today to schedule a free inspection online. That's TERMINIX.com.
You tired of high energy bills? Replace those inefficient windows and patio doors now. Don't miss Renewal by Anderson's 30th anniversary sale. Buy one window or patio door and get one 30% off. Financing options are available and this offer expires June 30th. Renewal by Anderson, proud partner of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule your free consultation.
License number CGC 1527613.
Hey, John, have you seen the exciting 2025 lineup at Randy Marion Cadillac?
They've got the Lyric, IQ, Optique, and the stunning Visti. It's a Cadillac lover's dream.
And the best part, over 100 new Cadillacs are in stock and ready for you to drive home today.
Plus, it's the perfect time to trade in your Tesla and experience luxury and performance like never before.
Visit us today at Randy Marion Cadillac on Southside Boulevard in Jacksonville.
Don't miss out on these incredible vehicles. Your new Cadillac awaits.
Tell them Jennifer sent ya.
She's seen and heard all over 1010XL's video and social channels.
Whether the big cats are at the bank or on the road, I'm there too. Follow my updates all season long, on air and online.
All things Mia are driven by Arlington Toyota.
Say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bowden Eye & Associates. Hey, Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you all the latest options like Evo implantable Caliber lenses, refractive lens exchange, or traditional LASIK. Tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. No hassle, no fuss. You ready to see the difference? Call now or visit BowdenEye.com for a free screening. Bowden Eye & Associates, keeping the first coast focused.
This is Joe Cordell of Cordell & Cordell. Serving in the military requires great sacrifices, not just for one's country, but also for one's family. Not surprisingly, divorce for soldiers is especially difficult, and it raises a number of challenges that are peculiar to military divorce, things such as deployments, relocation, retirement benefits. These issues can be complicated. So if you're a soldier facing such challenges, go to CordellCordell.com.
Jacksonville, Florida. Joseph Cordell, licensed in Missouri and Illinois. CordellCordell.com.
When you need a mechanic you can trust, call Sam, Harry, or Joe at AA Automotive on Richard Street. From oil changes to complex engine repairs, AA Automotive promises expert service and honest pricing from a local family biz. AA Automotive on Richard Street.
June is Men's Health Month. Be proactive towards your prostate, ED, low T, even kidney stones with Ackerman Urology. Offices in Mandarin, Middleburg, the Beaches, and World Golf Village. Trust the men's health experts at AckermanUrology.com.
A chipped windshield can turn into a big problem fast. Lauren Brooks here. Trust Novus Glass of Jacksonville for expert repair and replacement. Call 904-289-2905 for Novus Glass in Orange Park. 904-289-2905.
Instant Keys. You don't have to go to the dealer. Instant Keys comes to you. For lost or broken keys or nearly any make and model of vehicle, call 722-1111 for Instant Keys Locksmith Service.
1010XL is presented by Farah and Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. You know, some good days, some days were a little sloppier, and that's part of it, especially a new system, a lot of new guys. Everyone's playing together kind of for the first time. For a lot of us, really good. I thought we learned a lot, took some really big steps of improvement throughout OTAs, and I'm proud of the guys, how they worked. Everyone, worked their tail off all off season, really pushed ourselves. There's a lot of times where this is a period where some people can kind of take it easy, and I felt like every day we really came out here, busted our ass and really were intentional about what we were doing.
All right, so that's Trevor Lawrence as the OTAs, the off-season programs, and minicamp get put to bed, back for training camp, and all pointing towards that season opener in early September. Then there's Liam Cohen. Man, we've seen so much of them. They've been so around with the coaching change. It feels like Liam Cohen's already been here longer than a year. But we're getting a lot of built-in, acceptance. Based in hope. Got to see the guy coach. Got to see what he does with his football team as the ultimate top of the chain leader. Ask at the conclusion of minicamp just what is the message to the team as they head AWOL for 6 weeks.
The work doesn't stop. Go enjoy family and get away from it a little bit. But, we've got a lot of work to do this summer. We've got to come back in the best possible physical shape that we can be in coming into training camp, not use training camp to get in shape. That's got to be something that we're hitting the ground running and able to just go once we get in here. And so, and they've got a lot of studying to do, right? They've got a lot of material to continue to cover so that, again, we're not starting back at square one when we come back in training camp. We will, in fact, go back to install one, but install one may be a little heavier than install one this spring. So ultimately, they've got some work to do this summer, and that was the message.
All right, well, message received. You don't worry about that like you did in the past. Today's athletes get it. I mean, they know how hard it is to get to and stay in the NFL. And the superstars know how much money is to be made if they remain superstars. So you sure feel like almost everybody puts that effort in the offseason, don't you, E?
Absolutely.
Yeah, way more than in the past. And look, training camp first came about because the league didn't pay nothing. And these dudes had to get jobs in the offseason. The great football players, the 50s and recently as into the 60s, had other jobs in the offseason. They go be school teachers and go be a pro football player. So there's that. Sharks did I see they lost this weekend, E?
Yeah, they lost.
Was that on the road or was that here?
On that road again?
Okay, yeah. It's been kind of a different story on the road and at home. We'll get the lowdown from Jason Gibson, their head coach, a little bit later this morning in the 9 o'clock hour. We've got the Monday morning running back with Freddie T. And now that the offseason, activities have been put to bed, we'll get his, kind of impression and opinion on where his Jaguars stand heading into 2025. We've got that coming up just a little bit as well. I stand corrected, man, and I knew it as soon as we went to break. Vacation brain, blame it on. And Suggs is a big part of the deal because he's a big part of the nucleus there in Orlando that they're building around. Suggs wasn't part of the deal. It was Caldwell Pope. It's the 4 first-round draft picks, but, man, looking at them, how valuable will they be? But it was not they did not give up, I thought, a huge haul. Then again, I'm not a big draft pick guy. In the NBA, you only get 2.
Right.
And it's such a small roster. And free agency, you can find your guys, right? You can get an undrafted guy and in 2 years have every much as shot as the guy somebody took 42nd. And if you can get a proven player but bottom line, Suggs is stay. Now I'm forgetting the second player. Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Who was the second Magic player? Gosh, it was right there in front of me.
Yeah, I know. You said it the first time.
The 4th, I know.
The short one, Cole Anthony.
Yeah, Cole Anthony, another former first-round pick at the guard position for the Magic. So we shall see there. All right, fire up the band, E. We got a football fix. Give you some news and notes, some headlines, some highlights. It's brought to you by the Sharks. And look, you got to get that home field advantage. Keep this what's overall been a very winning season. I know they had an exciting win at home their last go out against the Arizona, E?
Them Rattlers.
Yeah, that's a good game, big time game, and exciting win inside this arena that night. So jacksharks.com for your tickets. And as always, the home course, the Joint Creek Golf Club. Tee it high and let it fly, and I'll see you on the home course. Well, I guess the phone lines from, out here at the beaches to Cincinnati can be lighting up again. If you didn't know, all-pro defensive end Trey Hendrickson is apparently relocated here to the First Coast. I've been getting a number of reports about that. Anyway, they're going to resume talk with the Bengals because, of course, they are one of the best pass rushers in the league. And even if you're not making what you want to make, it makes a lot more sense than making, checks, calculator, nothing. Yeah, it makes more sense than making nothing. And we'll see where it takes them from there. They want a new stadium, at the very least, refurbishments, new stadium aid for both the Chiefs and the Royals out in Kansas City. That Chiefs stadium, it's long overdue for that thing to be completely redone. Man, it's 2025. There is no charm in the rustic anymore when it comes to your stadium experience. I'm amazed that Fenway and Wrigley persevere. At some point, that old school mentality of the charm of an obstructed view seat. The charm of a choked down concourse. No, it's not charming at all. I've been to the Chiefs Stadium a number of times covering the Jags, and by my official count, I would put it bottom 3rd in the league, and that's being kind. They need it, man. Anyway, the governor out in Missouri signing legislative deals this weekend, and one includes hundreds of millions of dollars financial aid to get the Chiefs and Royals to remain in the state. This came after a special session. They currently play at the Truman Sports Complex. If you've ever been to KC, the football and baseball stadiums sit right next to each other. Their leases there expire in 2031. The two franchises are trying to decide the best route forward. Let's see. Last year, county voters defeated a sales tax extension that would have helped finance an $800 million renovation of Arrowhead and a $2 billion ballpark district for the Royals. Now, I wonder if those bills were separate, what the response would be, because I am struck by, here are the Chiefs who win the Super Bowl every 10 minutes, and they can't get $800 million from their taxpayers, yet here in Jacksonville, with the losingest of franchise, we gladly pony up to keep them around. And I will say this, they can win a Super Bowl. Our stadium's 8,000 times better than Kansas. It's going to be exciting, isn't it, ET, as we get closer to the stadium being constructed.
Yes, sir.
And having that over there. And hopefully by then we got a Super Bowl contending team. I can't imagine a world where the Chiefs and the Royals aren't playing in Kansas City. But then again, in sports in today's day and age, there's nothing is inconceivable. The Dallas Cowboys have moved to Austin. Speaking of Dallas, I saw Dak this weekend says he wants a Super Bowl title. Legacy be damned. Congratulations, Dak. You and the 1 million other quarterbacks who've ever taken a snap in the NFL. By the way, the two, this just in, semantics check, the two are the same there, boss. Your legacy is never going to be defined by your 4,600-yard passing season, bro. Ever, ever, ever. So you want a super title, legacy be damned. No, your legacy will be saved with a Super Bowl title. But again, perhaps that's just semantics. Cam Akers gets a 1-year deal with the Saints after a tryout there. The former FSU running backs really bounced around the league. When completely healthy, he's shown promise, but he has been injured an awful lot. That's Football Fix. You're welcome. Brought to you by the Sharks. JackSharks.com for your tickets and the home course, the Jointon Creek Golf Club. All right, we got freebies for you right now. Sharks home this weekend, E?
Home this weekend.
Who we got this weekend? Do we know?
Oh, man.
Yeah, we would ask. Anyway, you're going, and you're going for free when you call right now, 641-1010. Back with Hick and more next on The Drill.
The Drill. From the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Jeff Prosser.
I'm angry.
Mike Dempsey.
I'm spitting angry.
And Rick Ballou.
I'm like a tornado of anger. Swirling about.
Yeah, we got angry covered.
My heart rate is dangerously high right now.
1010XL.
Life is just so busy this time of year. Between work, the kids' games, family vacations, I need a yard hero to free up my weekends.
You mean somebody who does mowing and trimming?
Yeah.
How about mosquito control?
Yeah.
What about irrigation and pet waste removal?
You do that too? You're my lawn hero.
Find your lawn hero at heroeslawncare.com. Heroes Lawn Care, because every lawn needs a hero.
Hi, this is Dale Murray with Murray Automotive Group in Stark and Kingsland. Save yourself from those big city dealers and their fast-talking flim-flam tactics. No matter what your automotive need is, we've got you covered. Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram, and nobody beats our prices, and I mean nobody. Shazam! Plus our exclusive 15-year, 150,000-mile warranty included on every qualified vehicle. And we'll trade anything from AirPods to fishing rods. Compare our prices online at ShazamAuto.com. Then come see me, Dale Murray. I'll be waiting for you. Shazam!
Hey, it's Matt Hayes. Let's start with some cold, hard truth. Here's why Awaken 180 Weight Loss is your road to freedom. It's fast, it's easy, it's safe. You're not shooting chemicals into your body every week. You're eating real food every single day. You're not listening to an overpriced celebrity tell you about magical new food or asking you to count points or calories. You're just eating food and losing weight. It's that simple with Awaken 180 Weight Loss. You know what else you're doing while losing weight with Awaken 180? Eliminating pain, fitting into clothes you haven't worn in years, sleeping through the night and waking up refreshed and energized and happy. I lost 40 pounds in 9 weeks on Awaken 180, and Hacker lost more than 110 over the course of a year. It's a life-changing road to freedom. Doesn't matter what your goal weight is, Awaken 180 Weight Loss will get you there quickly and safely, a clear path to success without disappointment. Awaken 180. Give them a call, 844-346-1800, or go online at awaken180weightloss.com.
Get the best soccer talk on the First Coast on the Coaches Show, presented by Sporting Jacks. Cole Pepper, Sporting Jacks head of soccer Mark Warburg, and Sporting Jacks women's coach Stacey Baylor discuss the beautiful game Tuesday evenings at 6 on 1010 a.m.
This is Greg Huntington, a.k.a. The Mangler. I'm on the winning team at Waste Management. WM is the largest sustainability company in North America. If your business needs sustainable environmental services for waste removal and recycling collection, then you can count on the industry leader of WM to deliver results. Your services will be completed in a timely, safe, and eco-friendly manner. Go to WM.com/Duval. That's WM.com/Duval and get signed up today. If anyone can talk trash, it's the Mangler.
WJXL AM Jacksonville Beach. WJXL FM Jacksonville Beach.
Frank Frangie here. I was talking to a buddy the other day. His HOA told him his old fence had to go. I said, man, call Coil Fencing. They've been around the block since 1927. Heck, they probably built half the fences in Jacksonville. They do it all. Tough chain link for security, those fancy aluminum ones the HOA actually likes, nearly a century of keeping yards safe and looking good. If you need a fence, call Coil. You can trust the folks at Coil. 904-356-4821 or visit coiljacks.com, C-O-Y-L-E, jacks.com.
Okay, here we go with our final lightning round on Potty Talk. Top 3 answers on the board. Ready? Okay. The best way to save money when your faucets or pipes are leaking.
Roland Reese Plumbing?
Something to help you avoid clogged sewers and drains.
Roland Reese Plumbing.
The technical term for that ba-whoosh sound when a toilet flushes correctly.
Roland Reese Plumbing.
Roland Reese Plumbing is always the right answer. Roland Reese Plumbing, 260-7059.
DivorceMenOnly.com. This is Kenny Lay of Kenny Lay & Associates. Our firm specializes in representing men in family law. That's all we do. That's our only focus. We can help with all of your family law needs, such as divorce, custody, alimony, and child support. For over a decade, we have helped thousands of men with these types of issues. We even have an appellate division ready to challenge a judge's ruling. If you need a family law attorney, go to DivorceMenOnly.com. DivorceMenOnly.com. Offices, Jacksonville.
Is your roof ready for hurricane season? When storms hit, you need more than just a roof. You need trust. Valor Roofing Company is veteran-owned and operated, serving all of Florida with integrity and quality craftsmanship. From minor repairs to full replacements, they'll treat your home like it's their own. Estimates are always free, and veterans receive a special discount on all roofing services. Visit ValorRoofingCo.com and protect your home with people who care. GAF certified license CCC 1334864.
My son had a meniscus surgery a couple of years ago. Went smooth as silk. Dr. Kevin Murphy did it. Was playing tennis in 2 weeks. This is Patrick Malarkey, and I highly recommend
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
David Garrard here. I've had the PRP treatment from Southeast Orthopedic Specialists, and my knees are really doing well. Platelet-rich plasma treatment may be the answer for whatever is hurting you.
Southeast Orthopedic Specialists.
Brackish Vodka, the spirit of the sportsman and proud partner of the Jaguars, is thrilled to announce you can get all of their flavors and original vodka at PJ Liquors in St. Augustine. PJ Liquors, since 1999, has been serving up summertime fun. Now enjoy Brackish Vodka, the #1 local vodka in North Florida. Brackish Vodka is the first clean craft vodka, and you can find their 9 flavors at PJ Liquors. Brackish Vodka, for whatever your sport is. Proud partner of the Jaguars.
Here's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update, sponsored by Kuhn Flowers. Jaguar Executive VP Tony Pacelli, OTAs and minicamp, remains high on first-round pick Travis Hunter.
But when it comes to Travis, very excited about what it's going to look like when we go get pads on. And
meanwhile, Jaguars running back Travis Etienne continues to hear trade rumors despite denials from head coach Liam Cohen. Etienne says he welcomes the competition and is excited about the growth of the offense. Across Florida's pro sports scene, the Florida Panthers are one win away from their second straight Stanley Cup title after a 5-2 victory over Edmonton in Game 5. On the diamond, the Tampa Bay Rays completed their first 3-game sweep of the Mets this season, shutting out New York 9-0 on Sunday. The Miami Marlins also secured a series sweep, taking down the Washington Nationals 3-1. That's your Southeast Orthopedic Specialist local sports update. I'm Sam Nelson.
At 7:01, it's 75 degrees. Time and temp brought to you by Bueller Air and Plumbing. Stay cooler with Bueller.
1010XL is presented by Farah & Farah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555. Jacksonville. Ladies and gents, please put your hands together as Dan Hicken enters the studio.
You know it! Yes, sir! Oh! The boys are back! Well, all right! Scoobity-doobity-doobity-doo.
Shoobity-bee-bopping, baby.
Bobbity-doo.
It's pretty good.
How many times I've heard that little trill in my life? The libbity dobbity hoobity hop. How many times I've heard that?
Skip and dip. Yeah, it's good to be back. Good to be here at 7. Woo!
How you like that, huh?
Oh, I love it.
I bet.
Oh, what an open. Oh, what a U.S.
What
Open.
a mutter. Ugh, just a mutter. Won by a mutter.
My wife accuses me of this.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to be guilty of it here.
Oh.
It's always about you, isn't it?
Why?
Yes.
Okay. Is that true of most people? With insignificant things especially?
Myself and my youngest play in this pool.
Okay. With P or without?
With a lot of cash on at stake.
Okay. There you go. IRS, you heard it here first.
Hundreds and hundreds. And
okay.
Heading into the weekend.
Uh-huh. You got a little right here.
We had
there you go.
We had B Hicken number 1, D Hicken number 5.
Okay. How big is the pool?
Pool is as E likes to tell me is 1 rack for the winner.
How many people are in it?
Over 100.
Okay. Oh, well, y'all are in, and the Boy King is in first place.
Heading into the weekend.
Oh, into the weekend. Oh, I got you. I thought you meant inside. Okay. All right. Continue.
Anything can happen, but what you want is all your guys to make the cut.
Of course.
He did.
Okay. How many do you have?
You take 1 out of the top 10, 1 out of 10 to 20, 1 out of 20 to 30, 1 out of 30 40, 1 out of 40 50, and 1 past 50. Okay. 6 guys.
Gotcha.
And so he had the likes of Ben Griffin, Ryan Fox, Sam Burns, Adam Scott. He had a lot of
That's good picking.
Good picking. And so basically, after Saturday, after 54 holes, stranglehold, in good shape, we just need Adam and Burnsy to finish top 3, 4. We're bringing this thing home.
Okay. This has become a we effort now.
Well, I'm taking the money. It's going right into my pocket. Hey, that's how it works, man. When
he gets it for the pride.
Let me tell you something. When I took the lad and let him play blackjack on the cruise for the first time, and he won like $350.
Let me get that.
I said, give me that. I gave him $100 and said, go have fun.
Okay.
Bye.
At least he got $100.
I mean, I'm paying for everything. That's
for sure.
fair.
Okay.
You'll know this. What do you think? What are you going to do when Gritty signs his NIL?
Oh, I need 80%, my boy. Come on, man. Those Jordans wasn't cheap.
So anyway, you all know what happened with Adam Scott and Sam Burns over the last 3 or 4 holes. Absolute meltdowns, and it just drifted all away. He finished. I finished ahead of him. He finished 6th. I finished 6th. He finished 7th or something like that.
So why was Spaun winning good then?
I had gotten to.
Oh, you didn't like it?
No.
Oh, it was the.
I had gotten to second place.
Okay.
Like on the back 9 on Sunday.
And anything
it was
happened.
me and him.
It was man. I've seen a lot of debacles, a lot of infernos.
How
on
does
tour.
a guy shoot 40 on the front and win the U.S. Open?
That weather delay saved him, buddy. Just reset him.
Now, I will say this. He got a bad break on 2.
Yes,
he hit the pin and it rolled back 50 yards.
Yeah. And then he had a rake.
And he was the best golfer all week.
He really was. That's who I was pulling for down the stretch.
I would have if I.
Yeah, I started the day on Adam Scott. That's kind of who I wanted to win.
I think everybody wanted Adam Scott.
Was that what it was? But but then when it got when they let everyone, because at one point everyone was 4 back.
Yeah.
And then they let them all back in about a half hour. It was just calamity everywhere.
Oh my God.
And when it got to 5
I thought Bobby McIntyre had won the Open.
I did too.
I said, this guy's got it.
Yeah, I did too.
This guy's got it. And J.J. Spaun, to his credit, on 17.
That's hit
a shot. Nobody could hit that shot. And he rolled it right up there for an eagle putt. Missed the eagle, tapped in for a birdie. He made 2 birdies on 12 and 14 that were lengthy.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone will remember, and the highlight will be what he did on 18, but that didn't matter. He really only needed a 2-putt. He
did, but I will say this. I bet you if you did the analytics odds, you had a better chance of 3-putting that than 1-putting it.
I would agree.
So, yeah, the two putt, there's no guarantee on that two putt.
Except that Hovland had the exact same putt.
That, by the way, they're not. A lot of times announcers will oversell something. That was not an oversell. They were dead on it.
I'll give you one oversell that I almost said, I'm going to get in my car, drive to Oakmont, and I'm going to go punch Dan Hicks in the throat.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Poor Hannah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. They go to Scotty on 18, Scotty Scheffler, and they're talking about it would be the most incredible U.S. Open comeback in history.
Yeah, he was out of it by then. Yeah.
Well, no, he was pretty much out of it.
It wouldn't have been a comeback.
He didn't do anything.
Yeah, no, it wouldn't have been a comeback.
Except stay around par for the day. I mean, come on, man.
Dude missed 5 putts.
And of course, he bogeyed 18 when all he needed was, if he just parred 18,
he would have put
been
some
the
pressure.
clubhouse leader at least.
I know he couldn't do that either. He drove it bad. He was that hole.
Yeah, but he was
his putting was terrible.
Oh, my God. He must have missed 6 2-feet putt.
He missed, the official tally is he missed 6 inside of, he missed 5 inside of 5 feet and 2 inside of 2 feet.
Yeah.
2 feet putt. By the way, let me tell you something Tiger Woods never did. Missed a 2-foot putt.
No.
In a major with it mattering. And in a way, Spaun took the heat off of him a little bit.
Yeah.
Because his birdie extended him enough that it wasn't just those two. Like, there was a time there it would look like, dude, if he'd just made half of these short putts.
Yeah, he was out of it.
If he'd just made half of them, though, he would have, been a part of the storyline.
But it was like carnage. The only thing I didn't like about it was, like I said, you're JJ Spaun, you open 5-5-5-5-5, and you're like,
hang around,
shoot
I guess.
40. But he wasn't hanging around. He was going backwards. He was 5 over.
By hanging around, I mean he didn't go 8 over.
No, he didn't,
and he just kind of hung around, and then he made, everyone else was making bogeys, and I mean, Burns made a double from the fairway down the stretch.
Burnsy got screwed on that one.
Yeah,
that was not cool.
I didn't see a real good. We were busy around the house when everyone was over.
I saw a guy.
Was it laying it? Why would they not give it to him?
I don't know. A guy on social media went right out there and stood and showed us. I mean, it was ridiculous.
Why would they make him hit that shot? It seemed unfair.
It was very unfair.
And I know they get nervous because you don't want to give a break to somebody.
I'm gonna give him credit. Even I feel like Sam. I don't know if Sam Burns has it in him, but I'm gonna give him credit because unlike Rory or any of the big stars,
Xander,
he said, "Hey, look, I thought it was too much water there. I did what I was supposed to do. I called over. I don't make the rules. They make the rules. It's their call. I thought about it after the first guy said it. I asked for a second opinion. I got a second opinion, so it had to be what it had to be. But it clearly affected his swing. And I knew, everyone knew watching. If they don't let him do it now because he's all in, he's gonna blow this shot.
Well, and
he blew it.
And credit for cooling down and giving that answer in the post match.
That's what I'm saying.
But in the moment, it did affect him.
Yeah, 100%.
It didn't just blow it off.
I'm giving credit for after.
Yeah, his attitude wasn't, well, that's just the rules.
No,
Let me not get close.
No.
He's like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
And by the way,
he goes, this is ridiculous.
And when it's fair, because I talked about this. Maddie was in with me a couple days while you were gone, and I talked with him. Somebody asked about the immovable, the obstruction, the immovable obstruction rule, right? And they'll give guys 80 yards and take them out of harm's way to hit a shot. Yeah. And here's the guy who has hit here's the deal, too.
In the fairway.
You're in the fairway. We're not giving some, are you on the cart path, or is this? Now, the guy hit it in the fairway. Let him hit a fairway shot.
Yeah.
That's fair. So, But Spawn's winning the golf tournament, dude, even if he gets that
Burnsy, it wasn't just that hole.
No.
It wasn't just that hole.
No.
He kind of lost it. Adam Scott lost it. They went way back. Way back. And like I said, I thought Bobby McIntyre had it. Really, if you'd asked me beginning of the day, the guy I would have pegged is Hovland will go get it.
Yeah, and he didn't. He didn't. Start right there. He was putting terrible.
Bogey.
Yeah,
he did that on Saturday, and he came back.
2 fanned putts.
But you can't.
The one who left it there, the one who's really kicking himself is other than those guys right there at the top, but the guy is Scheffler.
Yeah.
Because he hit it okay. He was, he was on greens, and he should have scored 5-6 shots better than he did, and then we really got a story.
Yeah. Yeah.
But whatever, you can't win him. He has not been a good U.S. Open player. That's starting now to become part of it.
It's amazing, like he watches, and we've seen now, gosh, I guess 3 or 4 U.S. Opens at Oakmont. And every time I watch, I guess I learn more about the course, but like I didn't remember the turnpike running through it and then walking over the turnpike. And I'm okay.
The only reason I knew that is because I watched some YouTube golf.
Yeah.
And they all did the media day, so they've all been playing. I knew a lot about the course going in and how gnarly.
So there was that, and so you just you learn more and more about the courses each time they play them, and you think you know them, and then of course you probably could have asked me a month ago, hey, where's Oakmont? And I might have said,
New Jersey?
Yeah.
Ohio?
Yeah, it's Northeast, right?
Yeah, I knew it was Pennsylvania only because the Arnie's tie.
Right. So that was good. And it was good. It was good. The course was a star. The big boys didn't, no.
Here, and you know what? I don't mind the tough scoring that comes from missing the fairway with the driver. That's why it's the rough. Don't complain about the lie. The breaks around the greens, those bother me a little more.
Okay.
Like if you barely miss a shot on the green, depending on just blind luck, you could roll here and it'd be plopped up, or you could roll here and it could nestle down in something. It just made it very indiscriminate.
Well,
it's hard to be perfect, and the U.S. Open demands that you hit the fairway and the green on every hole, or you might make a double.
Yeah,
and on regular
some skips on the greens on that one, and it would.
Yeah.
The winner of the U.S. Open was J.J. Spaun. The low amateur was Justin Hastings, and the defending champ was Xander Schauffele. All went to San Diego State.
Oh, good
weekend for San Diego State.
Yeah, I'd say.
I'm looking at J.J. Spaun and his chart at the in the majors. Played his first the PGA Championship in 2018 T35. Played it again in 2019. This is all of his major appearances. T54. 2021, he played the U.S. Open. He got cut. 2022, he played the Masters. T23, PGA Championship, got cut. 2023, he got cut from the PGA Championship. This year is 50th in the Masters, T37 in the PGA Championship, and now won in the U.S. Open.
Well,
amazing.
I've got this little.
That was good.
I got a marker here that will in 2014.
Mm-hmm.
He made one cut and pocketed $825 on the Canadian Tour.
Yeah.
The next year he won the Order of Merit, and then he just bounced around, man. 2016 third on Corn Ferry, got his card. Then he went 97, 62, 99, and then 185 in points.
Yeah.
Had to go to the Corn Ferry Tour Finals. He got his card back. He went 174th in 2021 because of some COVID provisions. He kept his card.
Mm-hmm.
And so in 2022, and then the last 3 years, he's at least kept his card. But last year wasn't even in the FedEx Cup playoffs. Didn't even make the top 70 in points. So this is now we saw J.J. Spaun up close and personal here at the Players.
Right.
And the thought was that would be your brush with fame. That's as close as you're getting.
Oh, he looks to me like a Ryder Cupper.
Yeah. Well, he probably will be with this win.
He looks to me like a guy who right now is one of the best.
I would think, by the way, with a major and a second place at the Players, he's probably on the Ryder Cup team.
I don't know.
I don't know where that would put him, but it can be hard to find American golfers with a better resume. And I think now the Ryder Cup does put more emphasis on recency. Okay. It used to be, would he be in there after this?
Stand by, sir.
There we go. Stat check right off the bat here.
Bring that right.
You know what I literally learned this morning?
Oh, God. Yeah. He's went up 10 spots. He's third.
Yeah, third. So he's on the Ryder Cup team.
Yeah.
And you can't play yourself off that fast.
I mean, that's Scotty, Xander, JJ, DeChambeau, Justin Thomas, Morikawa, Henley, Ben Griffin, Mav McNeely, Harris English, Andrew Novak.
So he's earned the right to go 0-3-0 in September.
Camp plays out. Burns is out.
Really?
Cameron Young is out.
Wow.
Bradley's still 17.
Yeah.
Finau out. Akshay Bhatia would be a guy I would have.
Some of those, I guess a win for a lot of those guys would change things down the stretch. We also have another major. There's a lot of golf left.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I took the double goose egg, so that was nice.
Took a double Muggsy.
I went all of that trouble to make sure I got my picks in. I was proud of myself. I had forgotten, it's about 10 o'clock on some
Who did you take?
Some Caribbean breeze night, and I took DeChambeau, and then I took, I'm surprised y'all didn't comment. Maybe you haven't noticed the Straka run that I've been on.
No.
Yeah.
We did comment when you took him.
Yeah, I've taken him too many times. I'm done with him. I was under the impression he was a, quote, good ball striker, Dan. I didn't see a lot in the fairway out of my guy. Big Dane or whatever the hell he is. I don't even know where he's from. I don't remember.
Georgia
Austria?
It's Georgia boy.
Yeah, right. He's another dog.
He's a dog.
That's for sure.
UGA, baby.
What did give me? Is there one, like, if I had to tell you, just give me like a paragraph or a sentence, did Tony tell you anything that was, or was it just kind of more in line of the same storylines that we've heard over the course of this offseason? Because
I think there's I think let's see.
If I were here, to me, the fascinating question would be like his experience in this position from the standpoint of Tony of working well with others. And I say that as respectfully as possible, but I know this. We know what Tony's credo has been his whole life, big men. I have a hard time believing if the Jags had the number 3 overall pick or 5, that they wouldn't have just taken a big man if it had been all Tony. And my point being, it's their decision, so they didn't have to sell him. But I know he's genuine with how excited he is about Travis Hunter. And I'm thinking, they made a good decision there. And it may not have necessarily been the one that just you're 100% in agreement of when it started.
I can tell that there's a genuine, now again, they haven't played games
That's
yet.
right.
There's a genuine respect and liking of all those 3 guys are all on the same page. And when they don't agree, and I don't think they agreed on anybody but Hunter.
Yeah.
Wow. I think that has moved to the forefront.
It's emboldened.
So I think there's a little bit of reality there. And again, he repeated, meaningful football games in December. Well, you can play meaningful football games in December at 4-7. Don't forget that. So you could, if the division stinks and the leader is 5-6, you're playing meaningful football games when you're 4-7. So
both those things possible, by the way, in the AFC South.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So that part, I think there's been how do I say it? Not a dose of reality, because I think he likes what they've done.
A total picture.
But he's also
total picturing.
Yeah, he's not. I think he thinks that there are some things that they wish they could have fixed even more so that they haven't been able to do yet.
Yeah.
So I would say like that. But overall, I think he's.
I do think they, even with those realities, and look, let's be clear. All 32 teams, the coach of the worst team in the league knows his team is way better than anyone thinks they're going to the playoffs this year. They all expect that. I think that Cohen and Gladstone and ultimately Tony, they expect to win.
Yeah.
They don't hope to win. They don't think they can win if things go right. I think they expect to win. Now, that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's going to be
you know what I literally learned this morning?
Fascinating watch. What's that?
Like, for any that accuse me of it being a bit, I literally learned this morning that I guess we have started series with you guys today or tomorrow.
Oh,
you're next on our schedule.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I literally just learned that. I mean, that's how frustrated I reached the point of no return while you were gone, and I could care less what they've done in the last week. I know what they are, but I just realized that we've got the Mets. So,
10 games.
Go get you a couple. How much do you lead the Phillies by? What are we back? 15, 20 games behind? Seriously?
You're like 13.
Yeah.
We just got swept.
I saw that. Yeah.
So
big deal. Happens to good teams. You bounce back. You win your 100.
Yeah, we got to.
That 101 and 61 off of that 27 and 31 is going to be hard to get to now.
We're pitching scuffling
for us.
Yeah.
Yeah, we ain't going to hit that 101 off that 27 a couple of years ago. Yeah, we ain't going to get to 101. Yeah. Maybe we'll get to 81 maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's
alarming. It's too much in now to think anything other than what I see.
I don't know.
500.
You never know. You never know.
I don't want to get into a long discussion. I was just saying, literally, that's how disgusted I am. I learned today of the most preeminent games on the schedule every year, and it's today that I'm even aware. That's pitiful.
Yeah.
Shame on Atlanta for putting me there. I'm a good fan. Shame on you.
Well, we got a lot to do today. It's fun. We're warming up here. Get things cranking. Let me give the Dream Finders Homes poll question real quick. Brought to you by our friends at Dream Finders Homes, the official home builder of the Jaguars, the Gators, and the PGA Tour. And you can get a 4.99% fixed interest rate right now on any home. Dream Finders Homes. Select Dream Finders Homes. Just go to dreamfindershomes.com. Tell them Dream Finders Danny sent you. 15 different locations to serve you.
15 of them things.
Yeah. Best thing in sports that you saw this weekend or happened this weekend. Sox stunning trade with Devers. JJ wins Open. Panthers close to the Cup. Or the CWS with LSU, Arkansas, and that College of Charleston's doing it again.
Yeah. 25 in a row, is it?
Yeah. Which one of those four things?
Hard not to pull for them.
Yeah. I ain't pulling.
You don't like them?
No, I don't like that coach.
Because they beat us?
Yeah, They didn't beat us. We didn't even get to that.
Oh, that's true. That's fair. That's fair. We chewed out their staff, and apparently it's bulletin board material for them. Yeah. Maybe they'll send Kevin O'Sullivan a nice card at the end of the year.
They probably will. What about you? Stunning trade. JJ wins the Open. Panthers close to the Cup, or CCU and LSU and all that at the CWS?
I got to go with JJ winning the U.S. Open.
Is it most surprising, or what was the exact
best thing in sports?
Yeah, I was JJ Spaun for me, too.
He's a runaway leader with 73%. You can vote at Dan Hicken on Twitter. We're just warming up. This is The Drill on 1010XL and 92.5 FM.
Downtime with Dan is serviced by the local family-owned company for home comfort and your statewide mechanical partner for the biggest projects, Lloyd's Heating and Air.
Well, it's happening, and it's happening tonight. It's Shohei Ohtani, and it's on the bump. Shohei's pitching. He's going to start. He's going to be the opener. He'll throw an inning or two against the San Diego Padres. He's had 2 Tommy John surgeries. Going to throw maybe 2. Basically amounts to a continuation of rehab. Look, a week ago, they said he wouldn't come back until after the All-Star break, maybe not till August, but he threw 44 pitches over 3 simulated games, and nobody could hit him. So now they're saying, well, why not? He's going to rehab. We'll throw him out there. Heck, the Dodgers will use anybody at pitching these days, right? And somehow they're hanging around in first place. They're doing just fine. So, but Shohei Ohtani, who's hell-bent on what to continue his pitching career, will get on the mound tonight and continue to prove why he's the best player, maybe of all time, in baseball.
Celebrating our slice of paradise.
Cheeseburger in paradise.
Duval's home for sports conversation. 1010XL.
Jeff Prosser here for Lloyd's Heating and Air. Need a leader for commercial, retail, multifamily, or hospitality projects? Or top-tier residential service? No gimmicks, no mascots, just real expertise and hard work. As your trusted statewide mechanical partner and local family-owned team, Lloyd's is the name Northeast Florida counts on. Visit LloydsHeatingandAir.com. Lloyd's Heating and Air, keeping you comfortable in every season.
Hey, say goodbye to glasses and contacts with customized vision treatments at Bow 9 Associates. It's Hicken here. Dr. Bowden and his expert team bring you the latest options. Evo implantable Collamer lenses, refractive lens exchange, traditional LASIK, tailored just for you. Imagine waking up to clear vision. Oh, man. No hassle, no fuss. Ready to see the difference? Call now or visit bow9.com for what? A free screening. That's right, a free screening. They're Bow 9 Associates. They're keeping the First Coast focused.
With Lee and Kate's glass, you're gonna see a big difference. For 100 years, service you can trust. Lee and Kate's glass, depend on us. Glass solutions to meet your needs. Reliable quality guaranteed. Complete customer satisfaction. With Lee and Kate's glass, you're gonna see a big difference.
The Drill at the DivorceMenOnly.com studios.
Lauren Brooks here. It's the Cruise in the Summer event at Hodges Mazda at the Avenues. For a limited time, get up to $5,000 off a new 2024 Mazda CX-50 Preferred and receive a free 5-day cruise for 2 with your purchase. With off-road capability and this special offer, your summer adventure starts now. Hurry, 2024 Mazda CX-50 Preferred models are in limited supply at Hodges Mazda. Offer valid on new 2024 Mazda CX-50 Preferred only. MSRP $32,564. Must trade in a vehicle and finance through dealer to qualify for discount. Cruise and vehicle availability limited. Travel taxes and fees additional. See dealer for details.
Collisions happen on every play in football. Collisions also happen every day on the road. If you need auto body repair, from a $30 job to a $30,000 job, trust San Jose Collision in Mandarin.
Maxed out on credit cards, struggling with high interest debt? You could pay it all off in days with Loan Pronto's Rapid Equity Loan. Hey, it's Prosser here. Get cash out now without touching your low-rate first mortgage. No appraisals, no waiting, no BS. The Rapid Equity Loan Program at Loan Pronto is amazing. One Loan Pronto client just got $300,000 approved in under 24 hours. They paid off debt, renovated their kitchen, and cut their monthly expenses by $1,800. That's a huge turnaround. Instant approvals, low rates, no hard credit pull up front. That's Loan Pronto. Listen, your home equity is yours. Use it. Get cash to consolidate your debt down to one easy, low monthly payment. Call Loan Pronto now for a free instant appraisal for your home and see how much cash you can get today. Loan Pronto is an A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau and have nearly 2,500 5-star Google reviews. Call now and start the conversation. Go to loanpronto.com or call 999-1508. That's loanpronto.com.
Mia here for Closets by Design. It's been a few months since they built my custom closet, and you know how much I love it. My family is obsessed. With summer here, why not finally create that custom garage workspace you and your dad want? Think tool storage, workbenches, a place for everything to go. Closets by Design creates custom solutions for every space, lifestyle, and budget. That includes all you guys. Call to schedule your free in-home consultation and receive 40% off plus an additional 15% off. ClosetsByDesign.com.
He used to cover the Jags. Now he's a CBS Sports senior NFL writer.
Well, I believe he's got everybody's attention.
He's Pete Prisco. Friday afternoons on The Frangie Show. Brought to you by Showtime Sports Cards and Collectibles on 1010XL.
Hey everybody, it's Mike Dempsey, and I only like to recommend the best, which is why I'm proud to say that I chose Pella Windows and Doors for my own home. And now's a great time to upgrade your home with 0% financing for 60 months. That's 5 years of interest-free payments on the best windows and doors in the business. Don't wait. Schedule a free consultation at PellaJacks.com or visit their showroom on Phillips Highway just north of Bay Meadows. For quality you can trust and savings you can't miss, that's Pella Windows and Doors.
Want your son or daughter to enjoy sports year-round? Then log on to i9sports.com with summer and fall registration open right now, including girls volleyball at Duval Charter Bay Meadows, plus plenty of other spots and sports on the First Coast. i9sports.com. Enter 1010 for a discount.
Love is in the air. Beards Diamonds. Listen up, couples. Got you a great offer. Hicken here. For a limited time, buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. That's right. When you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Save up to $10,000, man. Are you about to get married? Been married for years, thinking it's time for an upgrade? Don't miss the deal of the year on the ultimate symbol of love. Beards has hundreds of bands, top designers, white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, titanium, platinum, plain bands, channel set bands. You get the idea. Nobody has a bigger or better selection of wedding bands than Beards. So get to Beards now. Find the wedding band that reflects your style and your personality. Buy one, get the second one free. The big box corporate jewelry stores can't or won't do this, but Beards can, and it's happening through June 23rd. Buy one wedding band, get the second one free. Don't miss this opportunity to celebrate your eternal love with the eternal symbol. For a limited time, buy one, get one free on all wedding bands. That's right. When you buy his wedding band, get hers free. Buy hers, get his free. Shop local. Beards Diamonds at the St. John's Town Center.
XL is presented by Farrah & Farrah, exclusive injury law firm of the Jacksonville Jaguars. Protecting you and your family. Call 396-5555, Jacksonville. And now, let's light up the Firehouse Subs 10-minute drill.
Hit it! All right, we got sports concepts. We got sports rationalizations coming your way. It's the 10-minute drill, and at the end of the drill every day, because we can, we like to hand out a prize pack. And E says it's razzle dazzle. E, what are you dazzling them with today?
I got a pair of tickets to see Molly Hatchet.
Oh, flirt with disaster every day. Up, 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 up.
That's live at the Florida Theater. It's going down June 28th. Tickets on sale now at FloridaTheater.com, but one lucky winner will win a pair of tickets at the end of the 10-minute drill. Come on, somebody.
Oh, there we go. Like that. That's excellent.
Did you see the weekend that Aaron Judge had for the Yankees?
It was probably not good because they got swept.
Yeah, it was historically bad for Judge. He struck out 9 times in the 3-game series, which is it was either a Yankee, I think it's either a Yankee record. It's definitely Judge record.
Okay.
I think it might be a Yankee record for a 3-game series.
Wow. 9
strikeouts. And the Red Sox, I believe, swept the Yankees this weekend and then turned around and look, this is an attitude trade. We're not going to. This is not the leadership we want from our.
Okay, but here's the problem.
Financial anchor.
This is a terrible trade by the Red Sox. Mm-hmm. The Red Sox. This guy Breslow, who's the GM, is a disaster. Okay, and he ain't going to be there next year or the year after when he gets fired. And, we got money now to go get Kyle Tucker. Okay, great. You can make a run at Kyle Tucker. There are never any guarantees you're going to get that guy. Take it from a guy who knows, who's watched the Knicks every single year. We're going to get LeBron this year. We're going to get LeBron this year. No, you're not.
I think
it doesn't always happen, bro.
I think there's some similarities in the endeavors with the Red Sox here and the Jalen Jags situation. I think there's some similarities. This isn't a strict talent. This isn't a talent move by the Red. They have to.
Right. So the Red Sox now.
I'm not saying they're right. I'm saying that's how bad they want to get rid of them.
Devers, Mookie, and Chris Sale
for nothing.
For Vaughn Grisham, Connor Wong, Alex Verdugo, Jeter Downs, Jose Bayo, James Tibbs, FSU kid, Kyle Harrison, and Jordan Hicks. I just think they could have got a lot more for Devers than what they did.
You would think.
I mean, they got a guy who immediately sent to AAA pitching.
Yeah.
They got the Tibbs kid who might be okay, and
But
Jordan
who
Hicks,
knows?
who's been a disappointment.
Sure.
He throws 103.
Right,
And
it's the Cardinals guy, right?
Yeah. And he.
Yeah, he's been a disappointment. No, that's why I'm saying this is.
I don't like the deal
again,
at all.
I wouldn't hate it if I were a Red Sox
And let me
fan.
tell you what they're doing in Boston and New England. They're going crazy over this trade, like angry.
He homered yesterday. He homered yesterday to finish off a 3-game sweep of the Yankees. The Red Sox finally are somewhat hot. They've won 5 in a row. They're over 500.
They traded
their best player.
Their best hitter. And it's I don't know, man. I don't.
After that terrible start, by the way, I was surprised to see he's hitting 278.
Who would you rather be in this trade? A Giants fan or a Red Sox fan?
Giants fan, 1,000%.
Yeah. I mean, give me Raphael. Now
it doesn't feel
now
like
the Giants, I think. And by the way, where's Devers going to play in San Fran? Have they said
DHing?
He's DHing.
Yeah, they have.
Because they got Chapman.
Yeah, they got Chapman in third. He's a Gold Glove.
Yeah. So.
He's a big baby. I mean, you have to put that up.
That's fine.
But in today's era of sports, you got to work around with that kind of talent. You would
Work
think.
around it,
My
man.
only point was when reference to Jalen, it was not a talent. There was nothing talent driven about trading Jalen Ramsey.
Yeah.
Not a thing.
Yeah.
That had nothing to do with talent, how good a player he was, and how good the Jags thought he would be. And I think the Red Sox are in the same deal. It might not be the exact same parameters. Financial was more the Jalen thing here.
Like I heard you talking when I was driving in about Desmond Bain, and I'm like, again, you guys know the NBA much better than me. And you're like, I'm like, good Lord, 4 first-round picks.
Yeah.
And isn't Desmond Bain the guy who you all say isn't he the jerky guy?
That's Dylan Brooks.
Dylan Brooks.
Yeah, that's Dylan Brooks. No, Desmond Bain is
I knew
a
it was a
solid. Desmond Bain probably, I bet you statistically.
Where did Desmond, is he?
TCU.
Okay.
5 years, though, Dan. 5 years, he averages 17 points a game. He's very steady. He's the best spot-up three-point shooter in the league. He's number 2 in the league, and the Magic are dead last.
Yeah, I saw
that's what, and I'll give the Magic a pass on this.
Mm-hmm.
And I say bleep first-round picks.
Oh, I get it.
But I will say the